Ciao loves, welcome to Drawing Down the Stars, and this is Gemma with your new moon in Taurus reading. This is lunation number 1279, and it marks the third lunar month where the sun and the moon will meet in the lunar mansion of Krittika at 1 degree of Taurus. This theme of the month is about discernment, having the courage to go into the depth of spirituality, protection, and the expansion of that depth of the self. So let's dive in. As I mentioned, the sun and the moon meet in the lunar mansion of Krittika, which is symbolized by the razor or the knife's edge. This is a very piercing lunar mansion. It is not only piercing, but it is owned by the sun itself. So here the sun rises in its own lunar mansion, strengthening resolve. It is about owning a deeper type of prowess that lies within the unconscious that needs to come into surface. This month will call upon us to protect the fruits that just have come to rise, to become into the bridge of where we were to what is coming into fruition. It's going to ask for protection for what is going to bloom. And the lessons that come before us need to be balanced by order instead of expansion. This month is going to show us how to open more. It's not about spreading yourself thinner. It's not about expanding, taking, and it's not about abundance, which is the typical nature of Taurus. It is about the depth of expansion, and that in and of itself is abundance. The limitness that is within and below, not what is around you materiality-wise. This is not a material-driven month whatsoever. The past here is going to give rise, and it's going to happen in duality. Some of that duality is going to be your passion is your medicine. So in order to move forward, you have to heal what is behind you that you carry unto you. In order to expand outward, you have to expand inward. All of this is going to be led by the heart. This month, Saturn is going to transit onto next month into Revati. That is at the end of Pisces. It is the symbol and the gate of pure absorption. And that position will happen for the next 13 months. And in that position, Saturn in Revati, your ability to awaken higher psychic abilities and receive the dream, submerge into the bounty of the Great Mother is in that position. But as we are preparing to cross into that ordering, this month is preparing us for a nature of awakening the deeper spirit and to soothe the nervous system. But we're going to soothe the nervous system without giving up action. So here's that contrary again. In this contrary, soothing the nervous system, offering protection and order and reception, they are not passive. This is a conscious awakening within you in our collective cycle that will call upon the heart for you to go and take the action inward, to embrace the mysticism, to embrace the magic that lies within, and to find that courage of what is hidden within the unconscious. Then it is a submersion into your nervous system. This access is going to be channeled through practices such as meditation, deeper pranayama or breath work practices. Those are still actions. It's still an ordering of your consciousness. Instead of outward, it's inward. So let's go into the lunar mansion of Krittika and exactly how Mars and Venus, because they straddle the sun and the moon, how these two planets are going to work with the spiritualization into order and how they're kind of putting this little nuanced spin onto things. So as this month calls upon discernment, sharpening your sensitivity, increasing receptivity, and awakening creative faculties, this lunation will be about the protection as you cross the spiritual bridge. Just like Krittika merges Aries into Taurus, it is the lunar mansion that covers both of these houses. The sun and the moon together are going to cultivate a spiritual transition. That is going to happen as as the moon continues to wax. This will continue to unfold for the month. It is about protection of the creation and nourishing the spirit through reception. This month works to prepare the outer conscious world for our inner world. Again, over the next 13 months of heightening consciousness, many of you will awaken psychic abilities. Mars is 12th from the moon in his own house of Aries, in the lunar mansion of Ashwini. This is a spiritual twist that's going to happen. This is bringing emphasis to the spiritualization, to dive and drive yourself to seek the deeper truths, to find the power and the courage to reveal what is hidden within the self and within this universe. Think of Mars as working to enhance your spiritual development, the transition of consciousness and action orientation in the world of self, meaning having the courage and the power to go what lies in. So the way that you act and maneuver through this world will be with greater discernment. They're happening simultaneously. The amount of courage you take to go with under is going to give you the same amount of power to maneuver in this conscious world. Now, for those of you with your moon in Krittika, your ascendant or your sun, or even your Mars in Ashwini or Krittika, this is going to be very potent for you. It's going to be more profound. You're going to have a little more chutzpah or courage to explore the hidden realms and parlay those actions. And for many of you, this can be about deepening your meditation. For all of us, it should be about deepening our spiritual practice and awakening the mysticism or the unseen within us. It is an awakening within the recesses of the higher mind from the depths of within. It's going to help us foster strength in our intuition. It's going to help us harness greater momentum for personal growth. This energy will unfold this month, and a bit onwards, it trickles a bit into the 4th lunar month, but it's going to change you. And it's about solidifying your spiritual development as you explore the hidden aspects of this universe and self. Now, Venus is contributing to this nature of how we transition into the greater spiritual realm. Through Venus, we are going to have a sensitization through this month. Venus rules over Taurus, but she is currently positioned 2nd from the moon in the lunar mansion of Mrigashira. This lunar mansion also bridges Taurus to Gemini, meaning it's the end of Taurus covering the beginning of Gemini. So with Venus here in Mrigashira, she will increase sensitivity to creations, to emotion. You will become more sensitized to wealth, but it's not the wealth in things that we think about. It's going to be in the sense of sensitivity based on how wealth is communicated, especially in relationship to legacy and community. This is going to be about a deep-rooted truth. And so what you are creating, what is being created in our world, is it honoring truth? Is it inspiring creativity? Is it beautiful in service to all beings? Do all beings get to thrive within creativity? So you might become more emotionally sensitized to the distribution of wealth, how things are moving. This is part of Venus trying to bring us into the spiritualization of working with these forces and to help sensitize that energy, right? Emotion is just energy and motion. So when we become more sensitive to it, we become more discerning with how that energy is moving, both in creative abilities as well as exploratory actions. So within this position, Venus is going to work our spiritual evolution to communicate the transition of spiritual exploration, the pleasure of moving deeper, the pleasure of creating something that builds legacy. For some of you, it will touch on your own familial kind of wealth or distribution systems as well. But collectively, it's about understanding the creative receptivity within yourself and how that is parlayed in your external world collectively. For those of you with the Venus in Mrigashira, or just if your Venus is in this lunar mansion, your creative sensitivity is going to become heightened. Your emotion to certain things will become heightened. If you're inspired, you might be moved to tears, or you don't feel like you've ever been that emotional about things. It's natural. I would say also if your moon is in this position of Mrigashira, that will also come into light for you as well. So this lunar month is going to be about gently merging our deeper inner world with our worldly involvement. Jupiter is in its own house. We have Saturn that's about to transit into the mystical position for 13 months. It's a soft transition. It is a creation of ordering of the deeper consciousness or the unconsciousness, so we may reach higher attainments collectively in our conscious realm. So in order to work with this month, I encourage you to build a spiritual practice that invites you into the recesses of your consciousness. It is only there that you will access your higher visions, deeper inspirations, and a calling of depth and receptivity within your heart. There will be a courage that is going to reveal the truth, and that truth alone will cut through the facade of this world and its ordering. That truth in and of itself will make you more receptive for the heart to expand. Jupiter invites you to expand and receive the depth of wisdom. And in that aspect, we grow in abundance. And it is not about what we attain. It is about what we are receiving in a gain of spiritual. That is the highest accolade in all esoteric texts. So here, for this month, create an order for your depth to journey into. And if you want deeper insights on the third lunar month, you can join me on my Substack Lunar Sync. And from Lunar Sync, I will include all of the links for moon yoga, lunar yoga, as well as I have a retreat coming up in September. Men and women are invited. It's an all-inclusive retreat in Tuscany, September 26th to October 4th. It would be an honor to have you. And lastly, I've added a new offering to help support you in your journey. That consultation offering is to answer any pressing question that you have. So it's a 30-minute reading based off of your chart. If you are stuck between making a decision, launching a project, how you should maneuver, we'll look at key dates and help you get all of the information you need to best support your journey and answer your question. So I'll include that link below as well. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram or message me if you have any questions, especially if you don't know where your moon is located. Feel free to reach out. It's always a pleasure. And as always, lots and lots of love. Tanti baci tutti. Ciao.